All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone, Shalom to the elect, which is spreading truth and in sincerity. We hope are receiving mercy from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahushai is the name of the Son, Son God, the Hebrews, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the Israelites, according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the MOTB. The serpent uses the precursor to the MOTB. Yahushai, dwelling in the God Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So with that being declared, we're going to go straight into this lesson concerning deceptions. This is going to be a quick lesson concerning false flags, because we're in a time in which various narratives are get pushed to bring forth certain agendas, so they can implement certain policies. So I want to just bring forth this precept, and I'm going to play this clip. So this is Isaiah 19 verse 1. It says the burden of Egypt, and Egypt right now is America. Just look on the dollar bill. It's no coincidence that you see that pyramid on the dollar bill. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, which that I'll go to civil unrest, race war, all type of confusion and conflicts. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have a familiar spirit, and to the wizard. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord. Right now, who are in Egypt right now? DJ Chum. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. So, right now, them say a threat have been sent. A threat gets sent against Donald Trump. Who does that? Against the big bad wolf? So let's watch this clip.
That there's a plot to assassinate him by Iran. We've heard this before. This is okay. So here we go. Here's the false flag they need. Donald Trump was notified by the Israelis that there's a plot to assassinate him by Iran. We've heard this before. This is not the first time this made-up nonsense has come to the fore. But what's interesting about this one is, of course, if you have one functioning brain cell, you don't even need two to rub together to get a friction fire for this one. You just need one functioning fucking brain cell to realize that this story is complete made-up bullshit and they need it as a casus belli to go to war. But I think there's a darker side to this. I think this is actually an implicit threat to Trump that you will be assassinated by somebody. We can't say it's going to be the Iranians. Let's just cut the bullshit. This was a implicit threat by the Israelis that they're going to assassinate Donald Trump if he does not go to war with Iran. I suspect that that's what this is. Now, because Israeli is just a proxy of the U.S., this is really a assassination threat by the deep state and the various intelligence appendices that permeate from it. So that's what this is. I highly suspect that this is a threat. And we're going to see how Trump plays it. Now, there's a lot of people, unfortunately, who are dumb enough to fall for this. And of course, I'm talking about everybody who actually, unironically, watches Laura Loomer. And unfortunately, there's a lot of those people, still, somehow. Now, you might be asking yourself, how the hell are we in this situation right now? And the tendency is in geopolitical circles, and the reason why we often get things wrong is that there's not enough street mentality in this geopolitical discourse. All of these podcasts, great intellectual minds. We talk about different things, and I'm not saying I'm one, but I'm just saying in general, there's a lot of very smart people out there who can articulate the plot in a very succinct and cogent manner. However, oftentimes, they just don't have enough street mentality to truly understand what's going on. You see, the world is run by gangsters and crooks. And when you strip away all of the abstraction, you understand that this is simply a matter of people who have an insatiable quest for more power. And once you go down that road of questing for power, you are never satisfied. It's like that Wendigo psychosis that the Native American lore of North America, they talk about how the Wendigo was this demonic figure who every time he consumed a person would grow twice in size, and thus his hunger would double. And so he could never be satiated. In the same way, the quest for power is the same. Now, I think the metaphor was actually something that the Aboriginals used to discourage things like cannibalism, but I think the metaphor still stands. And so don't overanalyze this situation. It's not, oh, maybe they're going to make a deal and maybe this time they're really talking about, no, they want it all. They want to dominate the planet. They have an insatiable lust for power and control. And the more control you get, the more paranoid you get about using it. That is that Wendigo factor that causes the exponential increase in the desire for power. So that's what's happening here, and it's never going to end. So take a listen to this. And so this is what has people so confused. This is what has the markets confused. You see, if this ain't a top signal, I don't know what is. The top signal for silver was the Asian AI guy, right? That was a top signal. In hindsight, it's clear now. The top signal for just the everything bubble is the fact that people are succumbing to this cliched explanation from Donald Trump that every single time the markets are starting to teeter or the oil price is starting to tick upwards, he says we have a deal. And people believe it. Why? Because there's a mass hallucination happening right now. Take a listen to this compilation by CNN, okay? But first and last time you'll hear CNN on this channel.
They want to make a deal. Well, they want to make a deal so badly. They want to make a deal so badly. I do see a deal in Iran. It's looking very good that we're going to make a deal. This process should go very quickly. We're going to end that war very quickly. We're in the final throes of what will be a very, very good deal. And they want to make the deal a lot more than I do. We have our deal done with Iran, and it should be...
This time is different.
We're making an amazing deal with Iran. They want to make a deal with us very badly.
They're scum. They're the worst kind of people.
They're giving us a lot. They want to make a deal so badly.
So there it is, right? And he's going to do that 10 more times, and the market is going to fall for it.
So, as I just say, I just want to show you the narrative that is being pushed out there now. Because some might take where him said at the beginning of the video concerning the assassination, plot. This is something that them can use to push across stricter borders, control you, bringing mass surveillance, going into these digital identities. So you have a lot of things can come from this, because them are going to push forward a lot more false flag. Alright, now Don't surprise, World Cup not finish yet. But don't surprise them have a big ending for World Cup. But I just wanted to see the manipulation that's going on in the world, So with that I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Yahweh Kodash, Shalom.